And hello visuals, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another edition of the Visual Guyz. I don't know what the fuck I was going to say there. The Visual Guyz entertainment news where, of course, as you can probably already tell, it sounds a lot better because we're not just chilling in the kitchen, smoking fag after fag and chilling with our coffees and letting the dog in and out and nephew coming in and out and doing all this bollocks. I'm chilling in the bedroom. Christopher isn't here. He tried to get down. He's got like family stuff going on and whatnot. I won't go into details because it's that's our boys' business again. Anything Chris wants to elaborate in future episodes on about life and shit, he is more than welcome to, but I won't do that for him. But it is the entertainment news. But before we get there, well, whatever entertainment news I've got, actually, because Chris usually brings it down, I'm just like, I saw a trailer for Pokemon. Yay! And that's it. Away we go. I do need to speak about a Ballerina. I did this last week. Can't remember if it's called, like, if it's from the world of John Wick, Ballerina, or Ballerina from the world of John Wick. I can't fucking remember. It's one of the two anyway, but Ballerina is out, the newest installment to the John Wick world, with our lead actor, and fucking shut up, motorbike, Ana de Armas, who is phenomenal in the film. And I will start by saying as well, long-term viewers of the channel will know, especially entertainment news, will know that I am, what the fuck are you doing with your moped? But will know that I'm not the biggest of John Wick fans. I like the John Wick films, and they are brilliantly choreographed, the fight sequences and all that kind of stuff, but I don't know what it is, just sort of normal, generic, actiony fight films, unless it's like spectacular, I'm not like the biggest fans of. Like, I really enjoy the Expendables. That's just because it's like these legends all together. But I'm not a huge James Bond guy. But hey, if you said James Bond has the ability to shoot webs, I'd be like, fantastic, absolutely amazing. It's a bit. So yeah, I'm a little bit iffy and up and down with, like, you know, Mission Impossibles, the Jason Bonds, and all that kind of shit. Not massive into these, but John Wick's not exactly just your normal traditional action film. They are done really, really well. And like I said, the choreography and the fight sequences and stuff are amazing. But even though he's in it, we're not here to speak about John Wick. We're here to speak about, I don't think her name was Ballerina, Ana de Armas. We're here to speak about her and the story that she goes on. It was well with Norman Reedus, who was a little bit pointless in the film. He's a kind of, I'm here, did a bit of a fight. Spoilers, by the way. Oh, I've been shot. Oh, I'm back up at the end. I'm not really dead. Okay, cool. Nice to see you, Norman. We'll crack on with you is Daryl. But yeah, the story is all about how, if you remember, because this takes place between 3 and 4, wherever we are with John Wick's. It's just before the last John Wick we got. But in one of them, you see he goes to I think she's like Russian or whatever. She's lady who's got the little studio where the ballerinas and stuff are all practicing practicing jujitsu and fighting and shooting and marksmanship and all. I think marksmanship is shooting. But you see Ana de Armas get brought there by the lad that owns the Continental, or the New York Continental, because I think they're all called Continentals, aren't they? She gets taken there, she gets trained up, and she's now got a revenge mission because her dad was killed in the past by these bunch of people, the group that Daryl come from Norman Reedus, who was sort of like the kind of not outcasts, but people that sort of have their own rule types things. They're part of this world, but, you know, they do their own thing. I think they get described as like, we like to keep them, you know, better they're in, you know, because they stop at the Continental, better to keep them in here so we can see what they're up to kind of shit. So like they do exist in this world. They are their own group, their own little weird culty organization place. I will say I can't for the life of me remember where the town was that they all stayed in, but it looked really cozy and comfy, but everybody was in on it. There's a moment where there's a woman working like a cafe and she ends up fighting Ana de Armas. They're just chucking plates over each other's. I was like, this is a really comfy, cozy sort of ski village place. But yeah, so it's all about her training, going on her first couple of missions and whatnot, and then she starts to learn a bit more about the truth. She's like, okay, I've seen one of these people, but then the people at the ballerina spot, like, don't go after them, but she goes after them anyway, and all this stuff happens, and then by the end of the film, she goes on, and she's going to be like, I guess, her own sort of like John Wick, sort of going out there, doing what she can, and, you know, maybe helping people, and going up against rival gangs and shit. in a nutshell is pretty much it. There's not a great deal of depth, but there doesn't need to be with a John Wick film. You're here for the badass fight sequences, for the shooting of cool guns and using crazy weapons and different styles of fighting and all that kind of stuff. And I think as an installment to a franchise that I'm not already in love with, it's absolutely bang on. I don't even necessarily know where I'd rank it out of them, because they're all sort of the same to me. The first one's always a bit minging because it's like, oh, the dog's died. Oh, they're not like that. John Wick does actually get sent to this town at one point. Because he owes a favor to the ballerina. People's like, oh, bring her back. He goes there and he rocks up. They have like a little scrap and whatnot. And he's like, you've got until midnight to destroy your target and to do what you got to. Let's open up my store to do what you got to do, and then I'll leave you to it and crack on with life and shit, and kind of helps her out and whatnot. But I will say as well, I really enjoy. Yeah, there's always a big conversation about no strong female leads or whatnot, or females are written poorly and whatnot. I feel like they did a brilliant job at doing this. I'll go to like Rey Skywalker in Star Wars. The reason why the character of Rey does my head in is because in the writing they just sort of went instantly strong, and it just, I don't know, I couldn't get behind it because I'm like, well, I need you to, get a few losses and fails. And we see Ana de Armas in her first sort of mission where she takes a little bit of a hiding, but then she starts to get better, and then, next mission still not perfect, but gets better, and, towards the end she's getting better and better. And I like to see that character development, the character growth, and I thought they did that in this, and she didn't just walk in and go, bang, everyone's dead, I win. There was struggles there, and she was trying, like I said, when she's fighting against the whole town and stuff. Oh, there is a little twist as well about, like, family and sister involvements and shit. Her sister, who happens to be from one of the most amazing shows of all time, Tabitha from. I was like, fucking hell, Chris, is Tabitha from. She was awesome to see pop up in this. But yeah, it's a nice little twist there. I'm like, oh, it's really my sister. And then, like I said, by the time we get to the end of the film, she's off doing her own thing, and there's a new hit on it. I do like the place in the world of John Wick where all the old ladies sit on the phone to like, can I get a bounty on this, or can I get some information? And they just sit and smoke. I'd love to be in that. I'm constantly running out of fags. Never would I run out of smokes if I was sat in there. I would have as many as I friggin' want. It probably stinks like an ashtray in there, but I do weirdly like the smell of ashtrays. But yeah, it was a fun film. It was fine. It was nice. I could just sit back, relax, and just, after a week of work, I'd be like, okay, let's see some fight shenanigans. And I got my fight shenanigans. I didn't leave there being like, yes, brilliant performances all round and amazing, well done, and all this kind of shit. But I also didn't leave thinking, that there was one or two weird things, I will say. There's a moment where she goes to this place and she's getting some guns, and then it gets interrupted. And the lads who are shooting, like, shoot the door down, but then there's another wooden door that they just somehow can't shoot down. It's just, like, inconsequential. And you're like, okay, right, so why is this wooden door invincible now? And there's another bit later on where there's a guy working for the main guy of this town, and he's like, the whole point is to, like, stop her and kill her. And he's like, after the whole town's been fighting, he's like, what do you want us to do? Should we go out and kill her? He's like, yes, go and do it. That's the order. It's like, isn't that been the orders the whole fucking time, to go out and kill her and stop her? Isn't that what everybody's been doing anyway? So that made me chuckle a little bit. But the bit inside of the gun shop, I will say, it was really, 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 really well done. Ana de Armas ended up just sort of mostly fighting with grenades or whatever the fuck. I think it was just grenades. I am not an ammo, gun, bullets, explosion expert. But she explodes one thing up, but she uses a door as cover, and then she opens the door and uses another door as cover, and she makes a hole and goes through, and there's a bit where she chucks a grenade and jumps over a table. It's all done so slick and smooth, and it's all clear. And like I said, I think that for me was probably the highlight of the film. That was done also well. I really, really enjoyed that bit. But I think from somebody, because again, I don't have any major faults of the film. I always feel weird when I'm critiquing franchises that I'm not a massive fan of. I'm just like, because it's not for me anyway. I don't want to just sit and be like, nah, shit, because I don't like John Wick. It was absolutely bang on. I'd give it a nice solid. Do you know what? Let's be, because we're Mr. Optimist. Let's give it a 7 out of 10. And it's just, I'm just guessing I have to be a little bit critical, and my criticism is it's just the same. I know you can argue about a lot, so every superhero film's the same, but there's different ways we get there. We're either going to shoot webs to get there, or we're going to have repulsor blasts, or we're going to have batarangs, or a man in a red cape. But in this, it's just a person up against a lot of people. We'll have a fight, see you later, away we go. But it was very inoffensive, and I did have fun watching it. So yeah, I'll give it a lovely solid 7 out of 10. But that is Ballerina from the whichever fucking way it goes. From the world of John Wick, really enjoyable still, really fun. But yeah, just an installment to a franchise that I'm like, okay, if I never see these again, I'm not going to be too disheartened. But if I'm sat chilling somewhere and they're on, I'll happily sit and watch them. But anyway, what news? This is where it gets a little bit like, oh fuck, is that everybody who was intended to have you got through Mario Kart? Have you smashed it? I have absolutely obliterated. We've got 3 stars on every trophy you can get on every Grand Prix. We've done all the knockouts and free. That was a fucking nightmare trying to. You have to get to first position every friggin' checkpoint. That fucking took me so long. Well, I say it took me so long, I think it was like a day, but constant rinse and repeat, start again. If you weren't getting stuff, done perfectly and getting your right weapons and doing this and drifting here and grinding on stuff there, it's fucking hard, but it's so enjoyable. There's so much. There's a few more things I need to unlock. Those obviously I haven't done all the P-switch missions because I think there's about 400 to 500. I think of them. I've done the question mark box now. I just need to get as well the Peach coins. We need to do all of them. I don't think I don't think there's many of them, but I could be wrong. I was surprised at the P-switches, so I could be wrong at that. Next week's film is 28 Years Later, a film that I am very, very, very much looking forward to. Cannot wait to sink my teeth into that. And I think as well, actually, is it? No, I think it's maybe still a couple of weeks away, actually. The Bear Season 4, that starts relatively soon. I'm pretty sure anyway. We'll be sitting down and smashing all of them, and I want to hope that we can. I've just got in the background now of people reacting to I Show Speed racing. I don't know who the other dude is, racing some, basically a Hulk. I Show Speed racing a Hulk, and this has been a bit of, if you're into YouTube drama, and I was going to say dreef, that's a combo between drama and beef. Then this has been a bit of a hot topic. Some big, muscular, sexy man against I Show Speed. And Speed beat him in there's 3 or 4 races, and it's all been sort of kickoffs and not major kickoffs, but he's been exposed. I didn't realize you could be exposed for not being as fast as somebody, because I don't know if the guy's meant to be some sort of actual track and field kind of star or whatever. I wouldn't like to compete with him in any sort of form of athletics. Just look at him makes me tired, because you can tell he does 1 million push-ups a day and shit. None of that's entertainment news, but hey-o. I am going to say as well, I did it on the nerd news last week. I think most of your tickets are up and available now as well for the amazing month we got next month with Jurassic Park, Superman, and then Fantastic Four. 3 films I am very much looking forward to. We did get a new little trailer for Superman, and I'm not a Superman guy, but I am amped for this film. I think this looks fucking awesome, and I'm curious to see the first live action installment of James Gunn's DC. Oh no, wait, right, no, this is where I'm getting confused. We know Creature Commandos was technically the starting point, but we did have Suicide Squad, and obviously Peacemaker, which were both live action, but they were both part of the DC EU. And of course, Peacemaker Season 2 trailer dropped a few weeks back. That's coming in August. I think they're still part of it. And I think as well, it not mention somewhere that they were going to potentially keep Blue Beetle, and how Blue Beetle plays out and everybody involved with that's going to stick around. I think somebody said that. Somebody please feel free to correct me in the comments below if I am wrong. But yeah, I'm sure that's right. No, but I'm sure, did he not say himself that Creature Commandos will be the kickoff point and the overall tone and theme of it all? I think that's what he said. I could be wrong. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this Superman film. I think it's going to be so friggin' fun. I'm well up for it. Jurassic World looks so phenomenal. And I think Fantastic Four, for me, being the main event out of the 3, having it at the end, because I think it's Jurassic World, then straight away Superman, then a week's break, and then Fantastic Four. July is just going to be absolutely stacked and amazing, and I cannot wait for it. If we've got anything else I need to pop up, there's bound to be something that's happened that I'm just glossing right over. Let me take a look at... Oh, what the fuck is that? It's Bevo. Not that it's the typical entertainment news, but, WWE being sports entertainment, we had Jey Uso lose his World Heavyweight Championship the other day. That was a bit okay. I mean, I'm not against the title change, but it just sort of happened. I was like, okay, right, what the fuck? Oh, that's sinners. Wait, why? I'm going on YouTube and I'm just thinking, right, let's see if any news or shows pop up. You can buy sinners and shit. Why is YouTube becoming a main place for movies? Not that I hate it. Well, I wouldn't get any anyway because you got to buy or rent them. But that's mental, isn't it? Just YouTube becoming a Paranormal Activity next of kin. How many of them fucking things did they make? I knew there was a lot of them, but I don't think I've seen that one. Why is it just all horror? I will say when we went to go watch John Wick, every trailer was for a horror film, which I love. I love me a good horror, but that Scream Vote Willie film's already fucking. Jesus Christ, I'm behind on a few of these shitty low-budget horror films, and I love me a shitty low-budget horror film. This is just, I want movies and TV, but I want, oh, fuck off. Coraline's up there, but this is a great podcast. Yeah, Dad, shut up a podcast and just tell everybody what you can rent or buy on YouTube. Buy Jaws. That's celebrating fear. Is it? There's a celebration gone, or is it still coming? It may have already gone. Right, I don't think at the top of my head anything. I watched that. So I'll quickly end it with this. Then maybe that for was it just called Friends? The Paul Rudd film, the A24 film with is it Tim? I can't remember his last name now. The thing is, that was mental. I really, really enjoyed that. But fucking hell, I was giggling at some moments. That was really cool. I enjoyed that film, but it was so. I didn't know how the fuck it was going to go down or what was going to happen. It was a weird sort of like journey and adventure of like what the fuck is going on here. The way I think it's Tim, his real name, goes on with different people and explains different relationships and how he's absolutely off his head. And even Paul Rudd it being a bit weird with his you find out there's a big twist that he's got is it toupee they're called, the wigs or whatever for us baldy folks, and yeah. He's a strange man in it. I highly recommend that because I feel like it's going to be a bit of a Marmite film though. I think either people are going to be really, really bored or they're going to have so much fun with it. I personally really enjoyed it. Definitely as well, still go check out Predator, Killer of Killers. Phenomenal film. Absolutely enjoyed that. We have a Silent Hill announcement. That'll be one for Chris to... I wonder if that's a Silent Hill... Is that a game or is that part of a film? Fuck off Meerkat adverts. I don't need any more Meerkat. My new Switch, the new Switch is because it's a unit. I sat leaning back there. I have to lean forward because it's I can't see the skip button on YouTube. Because it's too big. I've got too much shit in front of TV. My TV's wonky anyway because my shelving units are all the wrong fucking size. This Silent Hill announcement. Oh no, wait, yes, it's... Oh wait, is it... Will you fucking play then? It's been a black screen for 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, now we've got some smoke. What the fuck is this? Okay, Silent Hill in development, right? So yeah, what? Oh my Jesus fucking Christ! What have they titled it? Silent Hill remake official announcement tease. All right, okay, so yeah, I'm just being a moron. It is just literally saying, oh, just teasing you that you've been announced. 3 years later, was FNAF security breach ever fixed? I don't fucking know, was it? We'll end it there though, visuals. I don't want to harbour too much of your time. Like I said, Chris will be back next week. We'll be going for 28 years later, and a week after that, obviously, we'll give you our review and stuff like that on this. And fuck off. How to Train Your Dragon, I am seeing it. Sorry, well, no, at the time of... because I'm recording this a lot earlier. At the time of recording, I haven't seen it yet, but I will be seeing it. I was originally going to go after work on Friday, but apparently now, because I've got a tag along, I'm going to go straight after work on Saturday. So yeah, visuals, thank you for listening. That's been the entertainment, well, kind of entertainment news, not much news, but mostly Ballerina review. Thank you for listening. Remember, keep being you, visuals, and keep on keeping on.